Hi, my name is Darren Joseph from HEJ.tax, and we're the team that seeks to demystify that sometimes confusing world of international tax. And today we have the honor and privilege of having a fantastic conversation ahead with Ricky and Todd. Ricky, would you like to introduce yourself, please?
Sure. Yes. Well, my name is Ricky Gutierrez. I work at Gutierrez Pujadas and Partners, an international tax accounting and legal firm here located in Barcelona, Spain. And well, we're mostly focused on
Okay.
international clients, also Spanish clients. And we'll be here to kind of answer most of your questions related to taxation in Spain and also a little bit in the US.
Fantastic. And Todd?
Hi, everyone. My name is Todd Cowan. I am a certified financial planner and executive director at London and Capital. We are a UK headquartered wealth management firm with a unique regulatory approval that spans the US with the SEC, the UK with the FCA, and the Spanish financial regulator, the CNMV, allowing us to provide regulated advice truly cross-border. And as of 4 months ago, I now live right down the street from Ricky in Barcelona, Spain.
Wonderful. What are the investment advice channels I can expect once I'm a Spanish tax resident? Do they understand the challenges, issues, and considerations of managing wealth internationally and cross-border? Todd, comments?
I think this is one of those interesting queries that kind of falls into the Venn diagram of advice versus capability. We kind of talked at the outset around individuals and professionals that might be incredibly well versed in a specific jurisdiction, but the minute things take on a lean with the view of a second jurisdiction, their advice and expertise maybe start to get a little bit fuzzy. What typically U.S. connected individuals can expect is, as I mentioned before, there may be a channel by which you continue to work with your existing institution. There may be an opportunity for you to engage with a firm or provider that is more familiar with individuals who are relocating abroad, specifically to Spain. As it relates to Spain in general, there's a pretty mature advice landscape for British expats. And the reason I'm raising this is because I think, as a lot of Americans often do, we can be forgiven for going onto the internet or to YouTube and looking for advice, try to query certain things. And because of the maturity of the advisory market specific to UK expats, they will find a very friendly, similar sounding voice that speaks English. The challenge with that particular advice is that largely the solutions that these individuals can provide are kind of wholly unsuitable for Americans. And it falls back into that concept of PFICs that we talked about earlier, whether it's the account structure in some sort of offshore wrapper or it's the underlying investment, it's typically going to be problematic for US taxpayers. It's one of those things where I just would rather raise it and share. There are a few providers in mainland Spain that have regulatory approval by which to work with US connected individuals. I would say that they largely only have a US situs specific proposition, probably going to be limited to ETFs, and it's probably going to be limited to dollar only. It is worth noting to people on this call and people that may tune in later, there are solutions that can truly span the US and Spain. There is there are providers that do have regulatory approval to advise on both sides of the Atlantic as opposed to being jurisdictionally provincial in terms of the regulatory barrier and the advisory barrier. It's worth doing your homework. We kind of talked about take advice, do your research, and find the solution that works for you and your future, not just wealth management requirements, but your planning and your expenditure, and one that probably transcends single currency.
Absolutely. And I think I just want to echo this particular point that you raised. Someone who's qualified in both jurisdictions, so both the US and Spain in this context. And following from that, TikTok is not your friend. TikTok is not a reliable, licensed source of financial advice. And unfortunately, full disclosure here, our firm actually makes more money fixing mistakes than it is dealing with people who got it right the first time. Unfortunately, it's because people they take advice and they trust the wrong sources and they end up in trouble and they come to firms like ours to try and clean it up. But the best solution is just to proceed carefully and methodically and kind of be smart, right? If someone is not qualified and experienced in both Spain and the US, and these are the two jurisdictions to which I'm exposed, why am I listening to them? Why am I doom scrolling and clicking on their channel? It makes no sense, but hey, it is what it is. If someone wants to reach out to you and consult with you, what's the best way to do so?
You can either reach out to me on LinkedIn, or you can reach out to me via my email address at Todd, Todd, COWAN at London and Capital, all spelled out, .com. We also have a website, London and Capital, and the and is very important. Make sure you do not forget the and or the ampersand in our name, because there is another institution out there that had some financial, unrelated to us, that had some financial troubles. And you want to make sure it's London and Capital, and you'll be able to find it.
Fantastic, thank you. And Ricky?
In terms of myself, you can also find me on LinkedIn, and also you can send me an email directly. My email is ricky@gpasoc.com. Ricky, it's RICKY. And you can also find me on our website. We do have a website with Gutierrez Pujadas and Partners in Barcelona. So you can send an email to our website. You can send a consultation to our website, and obviously me and my team will be able to reach out to you, and hopefully we'll be able to help you with any issues that you might have.
Thank you very much. And my name is Darren Joseph, htj.tax, and we'll see you next time.